Welcome to Father Son Talk AI's Impact. I'm Myles Robertson, alongside my dad, Professor Donovan Robertson. Through our company, Civita Prospera, we guide people and businesses into Society 5.0, a future built on harmony between technology and humanity. These days, it's hard to know what's real online. Videos can be faked, voices cloned, and headlines twisted by AI. In a world where truth is under attack, the real question is, who can we trust? That's what we're diving into today.
Truth in the digital age seems pretty straightforward, right? But here's the twist. Artificial intelligence has made it possible to create completely fake videos that are nearly impossible to distinguish from reality, and that's just the beginning of our trust crisis.
That's such a compelling point. How are everyday people supposed to navigate this new landscape where seeing isn't necessarily believing?
Well, through our work at Civita Prospera, we're discovering something fascinating. It's not just about the technology itself, but how it's fundamentally reshaping human behavior and trust.
Tell me more about what you're seeing on the ground.
Picture this scenario. A perfectly crafted video shows a world leader announcing drastic policy changes. Within hours, markets react, tensions rise, and real-world consequences unfold, all from completely fabricated content.
You know what's really interesting about that? The ripple effects go way beyond just the immediate impact.
Exactly right. And here's what we're finding through our research at Civita Prospera. When people lose trust in what they see, they tend to either become completely skeptical of everything or retreat into echo chambers where they only trust information that confirms their existing beliefs.
That's exactly what makes this such a complex challenge to address.
Well, let me share something unexpected we've discovered. The solution isn't just better technology, it's actually about building stronger human connections and critical thinking skills.
So how exactly are you approaching this at Civita Prospera?
Think of it like developing a digital immune system. We're creating programs that help people recognize subtle signs of manipulation, understand the psychology behind why certain content goes viral, and build verification skills that work across platforms.
That's fascinating. Have you noticed any patterns in how different groups respond to these challenges?
Oh, you know what's really interesting? While younger people might be more tech savvy, they're not automatically better at detecting misinformation. It's more about developing specific critical thinking skills that work across all age groups.
Now that's surprising. I would have thought digital natives would have a natural advantage.
Well, here's something even more unexpected. We're finding that some of the most effective defense against misinformation comes from building intergenerational connections. When younger and older people share their different perspectives, they create a more robust understanding.
That's such a powerful insight. How does this play out in practice?
So picture this. In our workshops, we'll have teenagers teaching older adults about the latest social media trends, while the older participants share their experience with traditional media literacy. It creates this beautiful exchange of knowledge that strengthens everyone's digital resilience.
And what other strategies have proven effective?
Well, we've developed what we call the Digital Truth Toolkit at Civita Prospera. It combines technical knowledge, emotional awareness, and social connection. The key is understanding not just how to spot manipulation, but why it works and how to build community resistance.
Let's break that down a bit more. How does the emotional component work?
You know how when we see something shocking, our first instinct is to react and share. We're teaching people to pause and ask themselves, why am I having such a strong reaction? Could this be designed to manipulate my emotions?
That's really powerful. What other practical tips can people start using right away?
Well, here's our three-step approach. First, always check the source and its reputation. Second, look for unusual patterns like slightly off facial movements in videos or unnatural language patterns. Third, cross-reference with multiple reliable sources.
And how do you help people maintain these habits long-term?
Here's what's fascinating. We've found that making it social makes it stick. When people form small groups to practice these skills together, they're much more likely to maintain them. It's like having a workout buddy, but for digital literacy.
That's such a clever approach. Have you seen any unexpected benefits?
Oh, you know what's really exciting? These groups often evolve into broader support networks. They start sharing resources, helping each other verify suspicious content, and even organizing local workshops to spread these skills further.
Looking ahead, how do you see this evolving as AI technology continues to advance?
Well, here's our vision at Civita Prospera. We're working toward a future where every community has its own digital literacy hub, connected to a global network of similar groups. It's about building resilience from the ground up.
That's quite an optimistic outlook. What makes you so confident?
It's because we're seeing something remarkable in our work. When people understand they're not alone in facing these challenges, they become more engaged and motivated to learn. It creates this ripple effect of digital awareness that keeps growing.
So, what's the key takeaway for people listening right now?
Well, here's what it all comes down to. In this age of AI and digital deception, our greatest defense isn't technology. It's our human capacity to learn, connect, and think critically together. That's the future we're building at Civita Prospera, one community at a time.
Thanks for joining us on Father Son Talk AI's Impact. We hope you picked up something new and enjoyed the conversation as much as we did. If you liked this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends and family. To keep exploring these ideas, visit us at civitaprospera.org and follow Civita Prospera on Instagram and LinkedIn. We'd love to hear your thoughts and questions about AI and the future. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.